Today I'm going to break down the new trailer for Marvel's Midnight Suns. I've been waiting to cover Midnight Suns for them to drop more info on it so I can have something to cover, and they finally dropped a new trailer for Summer Game Fest. So I'm going to go over everything that I can see in this trailer. So if you enjoyed this video today, feel free to like and subscribe for future Marvel content. Now let's get into this trailer.
This world has no hope under your watch.
So I'll just briefly talk about this short beginning real quick because it transitions into a segment with Venom after this, but this trailer opens with Wolverine and Blade surrounded by what looks like a bunch of demon minions of Lilith. I'm not entirely sure what they're referred to as specifically, but they clearly are like the main grunts enemies of the game. And then they have Ghost Rider come in on a flaming car to help them out, so I thought that was pretty funny. And then we're going to go ahead and transition to Venom.
There, my sweet child. Mother won't hurt you.
Typical Parker luck. I'm gonna need some backup.
Now, after the logo transition, we see Venom dumping onto a huge pile of these minions when he himself is actually chased down by Lilith's green fire. And you can actually see Venom's trying to fight back, but he's unable to once he gets caught in the alleyway because one of the weaknesses to symbiotes is actually fire, along with sound, which will actually be insinuated by Spider-Man later on in the trailer. And then you can see as Venom is submitting to Lilith, we get an entrance shot of Spider-Man on the rooftop above joining the game. This was like his official reveal, who is voiced by Yuri Lowenthal, who is actually the same voice actor who has voiced Peter Parker in the current ongoing Spider-Man video game franchise exclusive to PlayStation, along with him voicing him in Marvel's Ultimate Alliance 3. So now we get a nice team-up shot sequence a la like an Avengers shot, but obviously these are not the Avengers. These are the Midnight Suns, completely different team, very different in feel as well, although it does have a lot of returning characters for this specific iteration of the Midnight Suns that usually aren't on it, some that are and some that aren't. But we get a nice team-up shot of everybody fighting together with a shot of Spider-Man swooping down in his new suit with, it looks like, the Hunter, which is like a created character that you mainly use in the story, slashing a minion behind Spider-Man that he himself had actually tossed her way, followed by a shot of Nico Minoru smashing her staff on another minion, with Blade jumping to take one right next to her, with Magik behind both of them opening up a portal to help Ghost Rider yank one through and take it out, finishing that entire sequence with a shot of everybody congregating together to look at Lilith and her main mind-controlled allies coming through the green fiery portal that she created. And I thought that entire sequence, like the cinematics in this game, have been doing a great job so far. So now with this sequence with Lilith, the way this sequence takes place to me evoked the idea of Apocalypse with his 4 horsemen. I don't know if that's exactly what they were going for here, but it definitely felt just kind of the same vibe and in the same realm as that, which I actually like a lot. But walking out of the portal after Lilith in this specific order are Sabretooth, the Scarlet Witch flying down next to her, Venom taking up the rear behind them, with the final reveal of the Hulk jumping way in front of them to form what is to be assumed the main villain lineup of the game. So this game is definitely looking like it's going to have a nice engaging story, and I like the way they have the villains selection going on, where it's like they're all mind controlled, even though some are villains anyway. But you know, the Hulk and the Scarlet Witch, well, I mean, the Scarlet Witch can be a villain a lot of the times in the comics, but the Hulk is obviously not always the villain. But I like exactly what they have going on here.
Counting on you again, old friend. 3, 2, 1. That used to always work. Well, it did that one time.
So the final shot of the trailer has Spider-Man going to a huge bell, seemingly to attract Venom to the sound of it, and even saying that it worked that one time, which I honestly think, so I think this is 2 references. The sound thing is obviously, I think, a reference to the fact that sound is a weakness to the symbiote, and the second thing I honestly think it's a reference to is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 3, when he is trying to get the symbiote off of himself, when he's hitting on the church bell, and the pieces of the symbiote are falling off onto Eddie Brock, because obviously the sound is a symbiote weakness. And it is also worth mentioning, in fact probably should have came first, that this is actually comic book accurate as well. When Spider-Man first got the black symbiote suit off, it was because he hit a church bell very hard and the sound knocked it off, and then it actually led later on to a fight between Black Suit Spider-Man and Venom at this same church bell. They also have shown that if you pre-order the game now, you are able to get the Defenders Doctor Strange skin, which is in reference to the team in the comics and the Netflix shows, if you are familiar with those. At one point in the comics, Doctor Strange was on the team, the Defenders, which this is in direct reference to. So you can unlock that skin if you pre-order the game. But that wraps it up for this trailer. I am going to be making a video soon about everything that we know about Midnight Suns so far, albeit story or gameplay wise or anything like that. So comment down below if you're excited for Marvel's Midnight Suns, and if you enjoyed this video today, feel free to like and subscribe for future Marvel content, and I appreciate you for watching the video.